Does installing PV only create jobs in Asia? No, it doesn't. But it is true that Germany has lost a large number of jobs in PV manufacturing over the past decade. In 2023, total employment in the PV industry in Germany was around 98,600 people. A big part of the job losses happened during the 2010s, when many companies shut down or went bankrupt. At first, the losses were mainly in PV cell and module manufacturing, and later they spread to companies involved in PV machinery and equipment engineering. To put job creation into perspective, calculations by Fraunhofer ISE show that a fully vertically integrated PV production chain, from silicon ingots to wafers, cells, and modules, with a capacity of 10 gigawatts creates about 7,500 full-time jobs. On the other hand, installation is far more labor-intensive. A study by EUPD Research, based on 2018 data, found that installing 10 gigawatts of PV capacity requires around 46,500 full-time workers. In 2022, the broader solar industry in Germany, including both PV and solar thermal, employed about 84,100 people. There was a time when it looked like Germany might become a global leader in PV manufacturing. Around 2007, a German company was actually at the top of the international rankings for production volume. This success was driven by a mix of the Renewable Energy Sources Act, EEG, investment subsidies in the new federal states, and strong research funding. However, that position didn't last. Since then, German manufacturers have lost significant market share, mainly because of strong industrial policies in Asia and massive investments in production capacity there. Interestingly, labor costs weren't the main reason for this shift. PV manufacturing is now highly automated, and turnkey production lines that can produce high-quality modules have been available off the shelf for years. This made it easy to transfer the technology quickly to other regions. In Germany and across Europe, feed-in tariff policies did succeed in driving huge investments in PV power plants. What was missing, however, was enough economic and industrial policy support to keep local manufacturing competitive. Meanwhile, China and other Asian countries were able to mobilize billions in domestic and foreign capital by offering very attractive investment and financing conditions for large-scale production facilities. That said, even with a high level of imported PV modules, a significant share of the value creation of a PV power plant still stays within the country, especially through installation, operation, and related services. And looking ahead, there is some optimism. Falling manufacturing costs, combined with rising freight costs and longer shipping times, could gradually improve the competitive position of PV module production in Germany over the long term.